Yup. That's my RNG. I guess we'll swipe hero power this. I don't know. I might just refreshment vendor. Excuse me. I guess we'll refreshment vendor. Doesn't die very cleanly on board. Doesn't die to Deathbite, so maybe you can make something more happen than just swiping would. We can't lose. Now we're losing. Slam. Never lucky. Alright, don't worry. Don't worry, this is going exactly as planned. Alright. We can tempo rag him next turn, man. No problem. Alright, Innervate will be helpful. If we find Aviana, we can do some dirty stuff. What is going on here? Slam bash, hold the desk blade. Okay. We're dying. We have Alex Strauser to try and heal up, I guess. We're lowering the value of our Death Lord a lot. Let's try and... We got decent targets for Rags, that seems reasonable. Alright, hopefully we get a taunt so we're not just dead to Grom. There we go. Worked out swell. Well, we need to get some bombs out of our hand to be able to get this Deathwing down. So, what bomb should we play? I guess we can just Alex him. China bomb train. That's all of our potential heal in the deck, so Grom gets a lot scarier. Hopefully he doesn't have more executes and stuffs. Oh shit, face tanking it. I just set you to 8 and I'm Druid. That seems risky. I'm gonna go off on a hunch and say he probably doesn't have execute. If I play this guy. Doesn't have BGH either. Alright, let's not throw the game. Let's not throw the game. This warrior deck's greedy, but he's already used the Black Knight. Haha. Oh, jeez. That's a card you could run in your deck. How many cards has he drawn? I don't think we want to nourish, ever. Well. See how much removal you really have. I don't think we really got much of a choice in the matter. Gotta empty our hand for this death ring. Hopefully he doesn't have that much more. Alright, looks like he's gonna smack it, and then do what? Bash it? Okay. Goodbye. Really?
When
might as well select that. Getting ever closer to being able to play Deathwing. Ever closer. We still gotta get his BG8 out of his hand too. Who has this much removal in their control warrior? I don't want to draw cards because this is going to fatigue. I will hero power fast, I guess. We have all utility cards and Deathwing in our hand. Yeah, but this game's definitely going to fatigue. I feel bad about drawing off that Ancient Allure. Should have just healed with it. He's playing Fatigue Warrior. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess we'll do this. Take big board control play here. Good.
I can take the hit.
Alright. Maybe he's out of removal, something will stick. We can get some chip damage in. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, we don't want to play into Brawl, so let's just chill.
Feel nature's wrath. For the wild.
Chilling to not play into Brawl. Nine and 9. Yeah, again, trying to play around Brawl a little bit. He's definitely got a Brawl in his hands, so we can just chill. He definitely runs 2 Brawls and 2 Deathlords in his deck, so he's going to be able to pull another card from our deck and make us be fatiguing faster than him, which is going to suck. No combo against Fatigue Warriors is real bad. These nourishes are terrific.
Feel nature's wrath. For the wild.
Special delivery!
Won the 50-50 there. Alright, well, what are we doing? I guess we want to charge that.
Where shall I strike?
Keep our minion alive. This goes face, and then we cycle this the first half just in case we need to draw a card at some point, but we don't want to draw cards, so we hold it. I don't think he's got 2 Revenges in his deck. That seems like a one-of card.
What now?
He does have 2 Revenges. 2 Revenges. Why does it burn me so? Ugh. GH. There we go. Get some value here.
I've got the beast in my sight.
Get that hero power in there. Try and hero power as much as possible. Get that armor gain hung on. Uh-oh. What is he setting up to try and do? Alright, I want to taunt it so the shield slam can't kill it. With like Maiden or something. Yeah. I don't know. No balls. Sorry, guys.
Well played. I've got the beast in my sight.
Tempo BGH. He's not ready for the Deathwing. He's trying to force some brawl value. Takes the 50-50. Loses the 50-50. Get wrecked. Alright, we got 10-11. If we had Innervate. We don't have Innervate. Alright, let's not play into the second brawl. So, he obviously has no answer to this, so let's just keep it that way. Might as well invest this. But not draw the card, because we're very low on cards. I guess we could have drawn for lethal. Oh, we had lethal. Keepers in here, right? We could have went... We could have cycled both the Wild Growths and guaranteed hit Keeper and killed him that turn. So we just missed lethal. I set up for this eventuality by investing the excess mana earlier, but... Oops. So we missed lethal. Misplays. But now we have it. Yeah, see? We could have gotten that card and killed him. Azarin Swipe was not lethal. The lethal was I had to go Wild Growth, excess mana, and then I draw my remaining 2 cards, one of which is Keeper the Grove, and then I can go Swipe Keeper and then trade in the guy. No hero power on that turn. And that was lethal. So. Alright. Never Aviana. I played 2 Aviana decks and did not draw Aviana once. So things that I would change in this deck list if I was going to improve it, I would get rid of Darnassus Aspirant immediately. Because Darnassus Aspirant you want to ramp into a 4-drop basically. Or a 3-drop. We have 1 3-drop and 3 4-drops. So our odds of finding a 4-drop off of the Darnassus Aspirant is pretty limited. And then it's going to die before you have time to get into your 5s. So it's not very good when you're playing this slow of a deck. So I'd get rid of that immediately, and I think I would put in Rats instead, help us against aggro. And we need some more support against aggro for sure. Like, holy smokes, look at this. And why is there a Deathwing? It's like, why? Aviana Deathwing is not a combo, so I do not like Deathwing. I don't know. I guess Deathwing and then top deck. But still, the Deathwing is sketchy as hell. I want to see... I love Wild Pyromancers in these slow Druid decks because it combos so well with, like, even just Wild Growth can activate it, which is really cute. So I want to see at least one, and then... yeah. Some more anti-aggro measures like that. I could see even, like, where's this card? This card being pretty solid in the deck. It can proc Wild Pyromancer and can find removal and whatnot. I don't think we need also the Ragnaros is too big. So let's put in some more anti-aggro stuff. Oh man, it's so heavy. And I want to see an Emperor when we play this many high cards. An Emperor plus Aviana is really, really good. Because if Aviana costs 8, you can play 2 cards with it. So whenever you play Emperor while Aviana is in your hand, it's insane. Just absolutely disgustingly good. So, I would cut... I don't like... I think Sneeds is too heavily invested into the value game. We don't have enough life gain to support it, and I don't even think Alexstrasza is good with Aviana, because setting something to 15 doesn't help you much. Because you're winning out on board control, you don't actually need to kill them. So I would take out the Aviana. Alright, so... And then I would put in second Wild Pyromancer. Yeah. The idea isn't you need to play the biggest minion in the world with Aviana. The idea is you're getting innervates out of it, basically. So you play Aviana for 8 after playing Emperor, and then you play, like, even just Belcher Druid to the Claw. That's 10... You're playing 15 mana, basically, worth of cards, if you value Aviana as a 5-mana 5/5. So if you play a 5/5, a Belcher, and a Druid of the Claw, the game's over. That's 15 mana worth of units in one turn, just boom. And they have to kill this. So it's like, you don't need super minions with it. That's like a common mistake people make with Aviana decks. You just need cards with it. Aviana plus cards equals win. Like, especially if you combo it with Innervate or you combo it with having it at 8 mana because of Emperor. So that's why I don't like playing the biggest high end in the world with Aviana. I think the tempo of just getting free minions is strong enough. So I try and, like, make my Aviana decks have extra draw in them so that I can draw Aviana combos and so that I can find Aviana and then play Emperor with Aviana in my hand and call that a combo. So the combos with Aviana are Emperor and just Innervates. So that's why I think Aviana can be pretty sweet. But yeah, my version that I made looked like this. But now that I think about it more, I want to see the Living Root's gone and replaced with Raven Idols, because that's kind of cute. Can activate Wild Pyromancer and also can get cards for the value game. But, like, my Aviana deck is so fast, you know? I think it's okay for the deck to be extremely fast as an Aviana deck and just focus on cycling towards an Aviana combo rather than using, like, just big high-value minions and grinding the game out forever with bomb, 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 bomb. Because that's not going to work against most things, because most things will kill you. So I don't like dying. Alright. So that's how I would do Aviana Druid. Hopefully my thought process and stuff like that is cool to hear. But yeah, cool. Aviana decks are always fun. Alright, so we're on to Net Deck and Chill Grill. I would like an arena style. You pick the class and push the help me finish this deck option, and then you pick all the cards. So we're playing an arena deck. Alright. So, arena deck. Let's go with Mage. Mage is probably the most successful one, right? Let's try an arena deck this. Deck helper. Okay, let's start by adding some class-specific cards. I think Water Elemental is the best. It gives us the most options with the deck, right? Just solid stat for stat. Well then. So we could take it aggro mage direction and put in an Ice Lance to combo with our Water Elemental and maybe pick up other cards to go with it. We could take it the tempo direction and just go with Pyroblast and hopefully that tops it off and wins us games. Or we could take Kirantor Mage and hope we pick up Secrets. I'm gonna just take Pyro. Should've took Ice Lance, man, we get a double freeze. I like Sorceress Apprentice out of these cards just because it's the highest value one. I guess Snowchug is a 2-drop. Fits in every mage deck. Archmage Antonidas is pretty juicy. Hopefully we're able to find some spells. What if it doesn't draft us spells? I don't know how this process works. A double Sorceress Apprentice with a mage deck is always good. But I guess we'll take Tony. Forgotten Torch. It's a pretty bad spell. I'll take the Fallen Hero. 2 drops are good in Arena, right? I have to take Frostbolt. We're an aggressive mage deck. We got Sorcerer's Apprentice and stuff. Ethereal Conjurer. Second Frostbolt. Nice draft. Unstable Portal. We don't have any Flamewakers. I could take the Arcane Blast for the dream of finding Flamewaker. Do I want to go on that dream, or do I want to take Animated Armor for just a random 4-drop to help try and stall the game to Pyroblast, I guess? Sure. Guess we're taking the second Conjurer. Okay, now we got a decision. Nah, I guess we just take images. The other cards suck dick. Okay. Mana Worm for sure. We might be able to Tempo Mage some guy out. We have a weird Tempo Mage with a high end curve. Bloodsail Corsair can help remove weapons. It might throw people off. We could run 2 and just try and farm some weapon decks. We want the Mage Hero power, so I don't think we want Finley. Ice Lance combos with our double Frostbolt, Water Elemental, and Tony. So maybe Ice Lance. I think Ice Lance. Earthen Ring Farseer. We do have kind of a late game deck at this point. Some draw would be nice. But we get some card generation. Bronzebeard. Combos with Earthen Ring Farseer and Bloodsail Corsair. I think I want Spellslinger there. We could take the YOLO RNG card draw. I think we go for it. No, we're going to turn Antonidas into a chicken. Alright, I'm taking it. Emperor. That could work with our Tony and our Pyro. Okay. Blizzard is good. Some AoE stuff. No spell power. Awkward Secrets. I guess we take Counterspell. It's the best card of them all. If I want to win a game, maybe I just take the Ysera and hope I curve out early and just can land Ysera and win. But our 5-drop line's honestly super weak. I guess we take Blackwing Corruptor, has higher chance of being good than Greenskin, because we can combo this with any dragon, whereas this only combos with Blingtron. We have no 5s right now besides the Conjurers. But I don't know. Sarah's Spokers. Guys, I don't know if we're gonna live that long. Oh, fuck it, we'll take you, Sarah. Alright, this is easy, no mission better. Alright. How many 2 drops? We got it. I kind of want to just take Geomancer, to be honest with you. Alright. It's not Arena, guys. It's not Arena. We're trying to not die on Constructed. Alright, I'm taking Geomancer again. I'm taking Mind Control Tech. We have way too much late game to include Karen. Direwolf Alpha, maybe we can buff things up, surprise people. Holy shit, our late game is so strong. Yep. We can't take any more late game, like holy crap. 3 mana 4/3 is not bad stats. Alright. Why would I draft as if it was Arena if I'm gonna play it on ladder? It doesn't make any sense. I should draft as if I'm gonna play it on ladder, because that's what I'm doing. Alright. We have a very interesting deck. They do not give you very much spells in the help your deck option. They don't think spells are very good in the Blizzard AI, I guess. Silence a demon. It's gonna come in handy. We're gonna get like an Imp Gang boss or a Void Caller. Alright, we got Fallen Hero. Cool, 2 drops. I'm keeping Light's Champion. Play Arena with this deck. You know how many drafts I would have to do to be able to draft this deck? Statistically, it's gotta be borderline 1 million. Alright, let's go Fallen Hero. Maybe we can set up a hero power with it. If he doesn't have a way to buff up and trade. Kill a Knife Juggler. Something fancy. Not fancy. Kobold Geomancer. Doesn't play around Shattered Sun Cleric, but...
I greet you. So many.
Alright, what do you got, coach? Dude, this card would hard counter Imp Gang boss though. Like its stats trade with it and everything. Can't silence this egg though, which is unfortunate. The value is killing our spell power. I guess we're establishing the counter spell. Stopping power overwhelming or an implosion sounds good. Playing Apprentice kind of walks into those sort of things. As well as Abusive Sergeant, Dark Iron Dwarf. Just any way that he has that can activate the egg is super strong if we play it.
Put this apple on your head.
Alright, so he played that to test the waters, and he has Abusive Sergeant probably to be able to buff his egg up and trade into it or something. I don't know actually. I guess I want to ping that twice. This trades and doesn't allow his egg to pop, so I like playing that. So then maybe this can happen, and then I can play this next turn. But I just don't want to take heaps of damage because we have a strong late game and we're trying to find it. Why do we have this in our deck? We're playing an arena deck, so we used the help build this deck button and drafted. Alright, we got the counter.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
Did have an abusive. Alright. So we can do this.
Depart, foul creature.
That's a combo. Never seen that animation in my life before, so that was kind of cool. Got the counterspell value. For how bad the deck is, I think we're playing it well. Alright, we got Pyro. We don't have very many spells, so this Gnomish Inventor is most likely going to give us a chicken. I think we want to take this opportunity just to play this guy.
You want it? I got it.
Arcane Blast fits this turn pretty nicely. Kill a 2/2. Other cards aren't very high value. I think it's good.
My shield for Argus.
Uh-oh. That's not good for us. The tides are turning. We have a Blizzard in the deck somewhere. RNG time.
It's going to be amazing.
It's Tony every time. Damn. Geomancer into a chicken. Well, I guess we play minions and try and fight honestly for the board this way. And I guess we can stop this from hitting me for 4 if we really wanted. Or we could save it for Blizzard. I think it's probably fine just to stop 4 damage with this card. Mess up his value trades a little bit at least. How do we win? Turns out arena decks don't belong on ladder. They belong in the arena. Okay. Man, his hero power destroys mine in these situations. Oh god. That feeling when you can't kill Bran. Oh, wait a minute. I guess we do that. And we slowly work on killing things. We can kill everything over 2 turns. Should we prioritize killing Bran or prioritize killing the other guy? I just want to prioritize killing Bran. I want that more dead. We have 2 Frostbolts in the deck for burn, besides this Pyro. Alright. At least we have chicken.
Wanted, dead or alive.
Multi-shot. Multi-shot could get dirty. You got Ice Lance. That's good for us because that's a pretty weak spell. Hopefully we can get a multi-shot chicken trade here. Be able to crush some things.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
Ow. Not dead yet, but we're pretty close. I want to play Gelbin this turn, so I think I just want to roll the dice on the multi-shot to be able to trade the chicken in. So we're rolling the dice. Big risk, big reward, lets us develop Gelbin, which is important. Dice roll success. Now we get the 6/6 out here. If we're not dead, could potentially win. The end of your turn, restore 6. Oh, baby. Hit us! Hit me! Hit me! No! That's really bad, because our finisher is Pyroblast. Now you can tap forever. Oh, and we're dead. Never lucky. Oh. Never lucky. Alright. We got wrecked with the arena deck. We're not that good. GG. That's a cool donation idea. My arena skills are not good. Not good. I mean, if we lived, we could have stabilized into Archmage or Ysera. We had the top end for it. We just died too fast. We were close. Got zooed. Alright, on to Twaddle's deck. Twaddle 49. I don't got a link right now, but could you maybe make an Echoing Ooze Paladin buff deck? Sure we can. Echoing Ooze Paladin buff deck. Alright, let's see what we got. We have Echoing Oozes, and we have buffs. Alright, let's put in Minibot. That card's insane. Muster's insane, especially when you're playing buffs. Double Kings. And double Old Man. And then let's just play double Seal of Champions. And since we're playing a buff deck, maybe we just play Genie. I don't know how to spell Genie. Do I own Genies? Do they start with a J? Do they cost 5? So many questions. Alright, I'm I think they start with like a G or a J. They start with a D? How the hell does that even work? This language, man. Alright, let's put these things in here. We have some damage. These things in here, that's a buff card. Let's put in eggs and death rattle things. Haunted creepers and eggs for sure. Haunted creepers. Eggs. What are other things that you want to buff? We could have acolytes in there that you can buff for card draw. We could run Death Lords and just buff them through the roof. Why not? We need more 2-drops, honestly. No, we don't. We have 8. Alright, we got enough 2-drops. We got a lot of 3-drops. We need shredders. And Dragon Sorcerer. Dragonkin Sorcerer. That's the 4-drop of choice you guys want. Fuck it, man. Chat has spoken. Dragonkin Sorcerer is the card. Better than Shredder. We could put in the Sisters, but we have a lot of 3s already. I don't know how good the Sisters are. Will they stick around? The Dark Sister, for sure. The other sister, probably not. What is the Dark Sister's name? I'm not a role player enough for this. Eldest Darkbane. And let's put in Gelbin. Makes an invention that you can then buff. Also can buff your board and stuff. Also could potentially turn everything to a chicken and be hilarious. Good. And then Belchers, maybe? We need a Belcher at least. Because we want a third 5, I think. And we want another 6. So my other 6 then, what are we buffing? You could just buff Karen. Karen's a card. When you buff Karen, it then trades with things. Buffing things. Coghammer could be cute to include, but we have Darkbane already. What about removal and stuff? We trade minions for removal, right? Good. Both. Y'all crazy. We're not playing both. Faceless. I think Faceless is too crazy. If anything that sticks, we're gonna buff it through the roof anyway, so it should be fine. Consecration? No, Consecration doesn't work because we never want to lose the board because our entire deck is buff cards, so we want to get the board immediately and keep it forever. If we ever lose the board, we're pretty fucked. So, Consecration is not going to save us in that regard. Deathlord against Hunter is pretty sweet. Sword of Justice. No, that's too deep. Too deep. We play good quality minions, man. Good quality minions, like Genie and Blessing of Wisdom. Alright. Minibot into Muster. Doesn't even matter what the rest of our cards are. Lacks card draw? It does lack a little bit of card draw. We have the Wisdoms to try and make something happen. But we also have just a pretty high curve, so that should be able to help us a little bit. Alright. Something should stick to be able to buff. So let's do this, and then do this, and hope it's not explosive. If it's explosive, things get weird. If it's not explosive, things stay happy. Wow. Alright, in case of freezing trap, I guess we want to go here. In case of snake trap, we want to go here. Guess I don't mind having a minibot in the hand after freezing. It's explosive. Alright, so how are we dealing with explosive then? We are ignoring it for sure. So I guess we'll just Deathlord pass.
Does not scare me.
It's either explosive or bear. Explosive or bear. Or explosive bears.
I'll show them.
Alright, we can get the other trap out too. Now we'll know it's explosive and bear. We have this combo coming up, so that's gonna be our game ender. So let's go trade. Trade. Now he's got explosive bear, explosive freezing, something like that, so let's just play this guy.
Is no place for mortals.
And pass. Swinging for the fences. Alright, so we can draw a lot of cards this turn. Probably want to buff this guy up. He's real bad against freezing. If he has explosive into freezing, we could get screwed. Well, we'll see how it goes. I don't know, I'll go here with the card draw first, just in case it is freezing. I don't know, maybe that's stupid. So there's explosive, we know that one. Hopefully the other one's not freezing.
I must move quickly for justice.
Got another kings. Alright, this one's bear. Alright, we have the kings for lethal next turn, hopefully. Addition, the card draw. And they said I didn't have enough card draw. Alright. Next turn, we push for 1 billion damage. 7, 15, 16. We need the minion to live. Uh-oh. It's alive still. Does he have the KC? The KC could be backbreaking. Doesn't have the KC. Gets the Huffer. Huffer's not quite enough. He's gonna ignore the genie? Silly Smork Hunter. No, don't owl the genie. No, no, no. Haha. Why you smork so hard, bro? Alright, so we get 8 plus 6 plus... Yeah, that's a lot. He's dead. There's no way he's alive. I'm not even gonna count.
Leave this place.
Look at the card draw. Look at all the card draw. It's so good.
Masterful.
Oh, beautiful. Alright. So, there we go. Made a buffed paladin deck. Alright, the final deck in the DeckDoctor queue now. Oh, actually, we gotta doctor it, I guess. What would we change? Nothing. This is perfect, man. Absolutely beautiful. On to the next DeckDoctor deck. We have One Love 2012 with his deck list. The Animated Armor Mage. Alright. Mana Worms, Flame Cannon, Frostbolts, Portals, Sorcerer's Apprentices, Forgotten Torch, Mirror Entity, Flamewaker, Spellslinger, Fireball, Animated Armor, Conjurer, and Flame Strike. And then I don't know if we're ever gonna see Animated Armor get played. We may just smork people to death because this is a pretty solid tempo mage shell you got going on here. I see what we're doing here though. So we took Tempo Mage, and we added some slower cards in it. Like, we have Azure Drakes and Ethereal Conjurers in it, so it's like super slow, more mid-rangey. And then against aggro, we're trying to use Animated Armors to help us bait removal and live long enough to make a Tempo Mage dream happen against aggro. And then against control, we just Shrek them because our mid-range stuff is crazy. Double Drake, double Conjure, Loatheb against control is like the dream against control. It's just so much mid-rangey value goodness. So I can see this working. Makes sense to me. Why is Animated Armor in this deck? I just explained it, man. Animated Armor is in the deck. I guess my thought is that it'll help against aggro to make up for the fact that we have so many massive 5-drops. So it'll absorb removal and stuff. Change one Conjurer for Blingtron. Oh, okay. And now we have a Blingtron just because one loves a troll. Your hero can only take 1 damage at a time, so we can use Blingtron to clear things. That's kind of cute.
You asked for it. Oh,
Isn't Senjin just better? Senjin might just be better, but Senjin doesn't synergize with Blingtron. Alright, 2, 3, 4 is a curve. I think we'll keep it. He keeps 2 cards. I don't know, you can't be unhappy with this curve.
I'll show them. I'll show them all.
Alright, here we go. Would I consider role-playing as Janet Jackson? No. No, no. This is a serious stream full of content. No time for cosplay. Well, he keeps 2 cards but ping passes. Maybe this is Freeze Mage. I'm just gonna follow my curve out and try and crush him. The Blingtron Animated Armor combo is pretty value. Destroying people's minions while only taking 1 damage. Imagine you get a Gore Howl and you just kill all of his minions for free, dude. That'd be so dank. Nope. That doesn't help us much. Well, let's see if we can slow down this water elemental. Get the trap out there, try and use that to help us tempo out a little bit. So now he doesn't know what to do, because he doesn't know if I get an entity or a counterspell or what's going on. Maybe he's even afraid to duplicate on my Flame Waker. Alright. Does he have a 2-drop to play around your entity? No, so he is gonna Frostbolt. Hopefully this minion can then trade into this. Blingtron into a water elemental seems not good. I think I'll just load that, force him to have to play a minion and not be able to use his spells, so he has to play into the mirror entity. So now there's no way for him to play around the mirror entity, right? He has to either pass his turn or play a minion into the mirror entity. Bump, bump. Seems good, man. Now we have to wait for the combo, man. We gotta wait for our armor. You can't weapon things without an armor. That's just suicide. Ooh, thank you for the Drake. Now you can try and blink on his Drake. Or we could do that. Oh, that's dirty. I don't know. I think we just drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with Tempo Mage, and that's gonna win us the game. Deck donation submissions are turned off right now, so this is the last DeckDoctor thing I'm doing. But I think Zalay is doing DeckDoctor right now, so you can donate to him, and he will DeckDoctor your deck right up.
What to do?
Don't quote me on that though. I'm not sure what he's doing with this stream right now. I think he is streaming though. Alright, 4, 8, 13, 14. We can go Blingtron for lethal. Easiest lethal in my life. Charged hammer. Fuck. 7. We're 1 damage off. Well, that sucks. That is never good.
I'm ready.
Guess we have to clear things then. Alright. I want him to be at 3 though, so that I can just whack him and ping him for lethal next turn.
Well played.
Got him. Easiest curve out of my life. Climbed up to rank 8 now. Alright, so we did not. This is the 3rd antique armor deck, or whatever. 3rd animated armor deck I've played today where I have not played animated armor once. One thing I would sort of change, just already looking at it, is I'm not a fan of Forgotten Torch. I think the card's too slow in Tempo Mage, so I'd like to see the Forgotten Torch gone and replaced with some other spell. I like Missiles a lot in my Flamewaker Mages. I think Missiles helps a ton against Paladin, which is somewhere we're probably lacking, because Paladin's going to be one of those fast decks that we're looking to try and slow down with the animated armors, and Missiles is going to help with that. Paladin's crazy fast, and we run way too many 5s to deal with Paladin efficiently, so I'd like to see that drop down to a Missiles to help against that situation. Plus, we have so much draw with Azure Drake and the Ethereal Conjurers that we should have plenty of resources in our hand, especially since our curve is just naturally higher, so we have more resources in our hand. We need less draw in the deck, so I don't think we need the extra Fireball. Even a second Missiles I wouldn't mind seeing. A second Missiles or an Arcane Blast, if we could get something else out of here maybe. But I'm not sure what that would be. I wouldn't mind seeing the Flame Strike gone. That's going to ruin your matchup against Patron, but other than that, I think we should have the board all the time. We're Tempo Mage. So because we're Tempo Mage, I don't like Flame Strike. I like just having the board all the time. And we should, if we draw our early game, theoretically have the board all the time. So, and put in an Arcane Blast. And that's what I would do. I don't think you really need the bigger high end there. You have two Drakes, a Conjurer, and a Lotheb, and a Blingtron. Blingtron's only good if you're really ahead on the board, so I like having the cards that put you ahead on board rather than cards that recover the board. So that's how I would change it up there. I like Spellslinger a lot. I think Spellslinger gives you the extra fuel you need to keep going against control, and I don't think it's bad against aggro. Most of the time, if you're ahead on the board and you play Spellslinger and they have to react with you with a Spellslinger spell, they're using a pretty shitty spell, because most spells in Hearthstone are not in constructed decks, and they're pretty shitty. So they're using a pretty shitty spell to try and catch up, whereas you can use any spell in the game when you're ahead to buff your minions, use Flamewaker, whatnot. So, I like Spellslinger a lot. Water Elementals? I could see Water Elementals being over the Shredder since we run the Blingtron. Sure. We'll say that as an optional thing. But Shredder's really fucking good, too. So, Water Elementals, Shredders, pick your fancy. I think either one is terrific. But Water Elemental does get the extra value going with Blingtron, which makes a little bit of sense. Anyway, Cool deck list. I like the idea of Blink-Shot animated armor. I agree with you, and I think animated armor is kind of underrated right now. A lot of people say it's 100% unplayable. I don't think it's unplayable at all, and we've been seeing it do actually work in the Tempo Reno mages, and in Tempo Mage we're seeing it tried. So I didn't actually get a draw it in the Tempo Mage, but in Tempo Reno Mage it actually did pretty good work. So definitely a card that could be decent, that a lot of people just assumed was default bad without trying it. So cool. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning into the stream. I appreciate it, everybody that showed up. I had a good time doing the DeckDoctor decks. We got through this outrageously long DeckDoctor queue, and it was a lot of fun. So tomorrow we'll be back at 7 a.m. Eastern time, and we're going to be doing a regular stream. No DeckDoctor tomorrow, just ladder decks. Probably try and get towards the legend rank, but probably won't make it in time. But anyway, the doctor is out, guys. Kappa Pride and whatnot. Take care, guys. Have a good rest of your day. I'm gonna host Zalay, and if you need more DeckDoctor in your life, check out his stream. He's probably DeckDoctoring right now. You can submit your decks to him. Anyway, peace out, ladies and gents.